Forgot the microphone. We might need that. Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. It's Friday. We've made it. We're here on a Friday. Let me just say this about Facebook groups. I went searching this morning for... just jump right into it. Good morning, everybody. I went searching for some Facebook groups in my area, new area, right? Moved, got a new area, trying to find some people. There's no people in the state of North Dakota. According to Facebook, there's no people. I'm like, what? They're all, it's like I got like the Minnesota Bead Society and all this other business, and I'm just like, how's that even working? Like, what? I was at least expecting, like, the United Tribes. Like, the United Tribes College is here, which I might have to, like... which they're probably online, but they're not in, like, a Facebook group. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, where are the beaders? What is happening? So that's what I was doing right before this started. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Donna Dragonslayer. Good afternoon, Anita. Good morning, Miss Mary. Miss Mary Mullins. Okay, here, you're going to be the guinea pig. I know you did not sign up for this. She says, oh. I did your order last night, and I had to have Jeff move this shelf. I don't know if you guys could see. But there was a big table in front of my stuff over there, so I had to wait till he moved that. Well, he moved it last night, thank goodness. So now, I got the order packed, and oh no, she says. And I scheduled for them to come pick it up at the house today. Now, I am going to be at the house today. I just want to see, like, if they're going to come get it. Because they don't always do that. So, I also, there's been some drama going on in the comments of the whatever. So much has happened in one day. So anyway, I schedule it from the UPS. Now let me be clear. Normally when we schedule, we are not scheduling directly through the United States Postal Service. Normally I can schedule on ShipUp. But because there's a different address, I have to go over to the UPS or the USPS and schedule there, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's just a little extra step. No problem. Because, you know, I have the Burnt Boat Road on Thunderhorse Descendant until June. So I said, well, that's fine. So I did that. So they say they're going to come get it. I'm going to put it out on the porch. We'll see if they come get it. If they don't come get it, I will take it to the post office. We are having a little bit of weather today. I think it stopped snowing, but it was like super crazy high winds. But I believe me and my mom will be going out today. So I don't know when. So that was the other part of the drama. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Rosanna. Hi, Beth. Hi, Carolyn and Jan and Deb and Leslie. Good morning. So my mom calls me. Remember, she was supposed to be here for lunch, and it was like 11:30, and I was doing my stuff, and I was on time, and I was feeling good about it. And she called me, and she was like really loud, and I was like, hello? And I couldn't hear anything. And then finally she came on, and she's like, Randy, and I'm like, what? And she's like, so in my mom's car, she has a sunroof, but it's like the sunroof that covers the whole top of the car, you know, like a star roof or whatever they call those. Well, it blew up. It blew up, and then it blew off the top of her car whilst she was driving. So then she said, I was like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? So then she's like, I have to go home and get the truck. I can't go anymore like this. And she was already in like Dickinson, which is like, I don't know, it's like an hour and a half from here. But that's like, I don't know how many hours from home. Well, anyway. So I was like, okay. Yeah, never heard of that. So then I called Jeff, and I was like, well, I guess my mom is just driving around like a sardine can in her car. Because he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't know. So that didn't happen. So me and Squish ordered some Chinese food for lunch, and then we proceeded to go to sleep for 2 hours, and that's what we did. But my mom finally did make it to town, and we went out for a little late dinner, and then she's like, I have to go to my hotel because it's been a rough day. Oh, then she got pulled over by the police for speeding, but I guess they didn't give her a ticket because she was going like 6 miles over the speed limit or something. I was just like, oh my gosh, lady. So anyways, maybe today we'll get to go out and do some things. Good morning. Let me show you the drama, and then we're going to do some beading, okay? Let me find the Facebook. I don't even know where it is. Where did I put it? Is it under Thunderhorse? Is it in the group? Maybe it's in the group. I don't know. Let me just take a little look-see here. Okay. Now, here we are in the group. Right here, you can see this post that I made. And it says, starting in February, the USPS Postal Service, so the post office, will begin auditing packages more strictly for payment before accepting them. As part of this change, the USPS representatives will be more diligent about confirming the package's payment, the postage payment, has been fully processed at the time of drop-off. If a package has been handed to the USPS too soon after purchasing a label, the payment may not have been fully processed yet. In some cases, this can prevent the USPS from confirming payment at the time of the drop-off. To help avoid acceptance issues, we recommend waiting at least 60 minutes to drop off packages. This allows enough time for payment information to fully be processed and available to the UPS. Now, hi, good morning, everybody. So now, okay, so I posted this. Now I want to clarify that I posted this. This is a message that came to me from Shippo, not from the post office. It came from Shippo, because Shippo is what I use to do my processing, right? Okay, so stay with me. So then we go down here to the comments of this. Now, just so you know, I know these people. One of them is my relative, and they do work at the post office. Alice Geis works at the post office. I've known her for years and years. She buys jewelry from us. She says she works in the North Dakota office, one of them. Do labels and ship the next day. It's less headache for the post office and the shipper. Now, to this piece of advice, I do not agree, because in my opinion, and this is simply my opinion, this is an issue that is got nothing to do with me. This is an issue that is between the post office and their third-party label creators, such as Shippo, that if they're going to have agreements to take payments on labels, they need to work out their own shit, okay? So apparently that's not happening, but regardless, I'm not going to back up my shipping a day to make it, because if I can wait an hour, according to them, why would I wait a day? I don't understand, but okay. Joyce is my cousin. Joyce is on here making comments. She also works at the post office. She's a head post office lady in Minot, North Dakota. And she says, I know this may be frustrating for you, Randy, and I know you are a great customer of the post office. That being said, we have a huge pile of parcels that we have received in our office that the postage has not been paid for shipping. They have fraudulent postage on them. It's just a way for the post office to protect ourselves, but also our customers. I hope you can understand. I know that there are no issues with your shipping. I said, this is just a public service announcement that was issued to me by Shippo, because originally she said, I hate to tell you, but Shippo is one of the companies we are having issues with. I'm not sure what's happening, but this is where a lot of fraudulent postage is being shipped through them. I'm not saying that you're doing anything fraudulent, You are probably doing everything perfect. It is just diligent as I know, being as diligent as I know you are. I hope you don't have any issues while shipping. And, I mean, that's all fine and good, but why are you saying I'm doing fraudulent shit on my business page? That's not very family-like of you, lady, because I'm not, but whatever. Anyway, so here's the deal with the Shippo. When you purchase labels from Shippo, and I'm just letting you guys know, if you guys are shipping and you don't know this, and you're using Shippo, or maybe you're using some other third-party label making thing, like ShipStation, Pirate Ship, all those things, right? The apps. So generally, and I don't know how it is on all apps, but on Shippo, what happens is, and what I think they're trying to say here is, so Shippo will bill you once you've created $100 worth of labels. Okay, so you sign up with them and they say, okay, we're gonna, you can create up to $100 worth of labels. Well, I create hundreds of dollars worth of labels every day. Every day when I do shipping, it's over hundreds of dollars. They're charging me, so it's like that's your, you know, because I might ship out 30, 50 packages, $5 a crack, right? So that's well over the amount. So they charge me all the time. They're charging me that once you get to the 100, so let's say you pack up here, you know, 17 packages, whatever, 5 packages, whatever it is, you hit your $100 limit, they pop up a little thing and it says, we're going to charge you the $100. And you say, yeah, okay, and you push a button, and then they charge your card, and then you start a new one, and then you go until you hit 100, and then they say, whoop, we're going to charge you. Now here's what I think is happening. What I think is happening is that people who are not doing that much shipping, because this could run into a few days. What is happening, I think, is like maybe they're only shipping $100 a week. So on Monday, they started shipping. Tuesday, they had some shipping. Wednesday, they had some shipping. They get to Friday, and now they've hit their $100. Well, in the interim, all of those other packages, they have taken to the post office. But they're not technically paid for. You see how this is a Shippo post office problem and has nothing to do with people? So technically they're not paid for until they hit their $100 mark. Then they pay for them. Now they're paid for. And I think what the post office people are trying to say is that when they scan it, because they have to scan every single package, they scan it, and when they scan it, it should technically be covered by your third-party people. So Shippo should be covering all those packages, even if if your payment don't go through or whatever. Shippo, that's why you're in this arrangement with them. They should be paying that up front. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're doing that. Well, anyway, so what is happening is they scan it, and if it's not paid for, she's saying they put them in a box, and then they're sitting at the post office. And now the post office has this big box of stuff that they can't ship, and then, you know, sometimes it's like we just talked about, like you're gonna come, the guy picks it up at the porch, he don't know if it's good to go. Maybe somebody just comes in and drops it off on the counter and they walk out. Now those people aren't there. Maybe it was a couple days ago or whatever. Now they have these packages, and I guess the issue would be they can either return to sender, but now you have to do more work at the post office to return it to the sender, or whatever's happening, or you just have this big pile of packages that's going nowhere. Eventually, these people are going to call in and go, where is my stuff, right? And now you have to try to track it down in this big box of things that you don't... I can see where there is an issue, but I don't think it's a people issue. That's what I'm saying. So, I'm going to look into this more over the course of the next few days and see what is happening with that. I'm not concerned at all about our packaging, because like I said, we're reaching this threshold daily that the packages are being paid for. You know what I mean? It does sound like they are Shippo is working on some kind of internal whatever they're doing, Now, if it becomes an issue, that's fine. We can click over to the USPS Click and Ship. Click and Ship from USPS, from just the regular post office, they have a place where you can print labels. It's not, I don't have mine set up, but I think there's a thing where you can like, what do you call that? Import the addresses and stuff. So the thing is, the reason that Shippo is easy to use is because when you guys make an order from me, I go to the order and your address is already on there. Whatever you've input as your address where you want it shipped, all of that goes into the label. I don't have to change anything, mess around with it. I don't have to input anything. You guys have you've basically filled out the form for that when you made your order. Now, that is the USPS is not connected to the store, so I would have to import those addresses myself. Now, as we know, that's not great. That's not a time saver. So it sounds like they're working on it. We'll get an update, I think. That's the drama with that. Ooh, what's this? Sorry, I got a notification from the Taylor Swift Speed Store. Distracted. Amber taking some amazing photos. It's like Jeff's doing some drilling. You guys, he's getting so excited for Tucson already. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. They've been coming out all kinds of stuff out of the basement. Oh, yeah. So anyway, that's the goings-ons of that, if you were wondering. Sorry, everybody was saying a whole bunch of things. Let me see what they were saying. Hi, everybody saying hello, good morning to everybody. Hello. Do-do-do. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, I am confident that they will get that worked out. It kind of feels like one of those beginning of the year kind of situations. Sometimes at the beginning of the year, things just get weird. It's like, oh, new year, maybe there's a new person in charge, maybe there's something, I don't know. I'm just like, okay, let's y'all just get it together here. Off-topic side note. The Blue Angels are supposed to do the fly around. Oh. It's extremely windy here. In Montana? They're going to do it in Montana? Or what? It must be Montana. Hi, good morning. How can I get an address to send you friend mail? You can send it to the Thunderhorse address, Sid. It's at the very bottom of the website. It's 1515 Burnt Boat Drive, number 102. It's at the bottom of our website. It's also probably in any of your emails. And you just address it to Thunderhorse Descendant. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, in Billings. Okay. So we're all caught up on that. So yeah, so that's the drama for the morning. With the post office and the mother and all that. Bunsen came to work. He's tired today. Oh, should we do some beading about it? How about that? Yeah? Oh, put my slippers on. I bought these little slippers at Walmart because we have no carpet in the house. They look like this. They were $20, which I was like, I don't know if I like that. But they're very comfortable, and now I'm fine with it. I went to Walmart the other day. I know you're like, Randy, at Walmart? I never go to Walmart. We do not support Walmart, but I went there the other day to look at the little Disney baby outfits. Remember I was telling you guys about the Disney baby outfits? Postage is nuts. Yeah. Me and Jeff looked up, we were both looking up on this issue last night, and Thunderhorse Descendant last year spent, I think it was close to 38. It was $38,000 on postage last year, is how much I spent on postage. So, that's just the postage. That was not including any of the boxes or the envelopes or the tape or the stickers or the time or the crap or any of that. It was just the labels. So I don't want to hear no crap from Shippo. They need to get it together. I am not even a big company. So let me get the rest of my coffee. Airport in Johannesburg on 21st of December. Have they still haven't put it through customs yet? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that seems crazy. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, I went to the Walmart. So I went to the Walmart and, sorry, just totally forgot what I was talking about. I went to Walmart and I looked at, they have all these cute little, remember, okay, do you guys remember when I was like, what is happening with the baby clothes? All the baby clothes are gray or taupe or brown or tan or whatever. And I'm just like, where are the colors for the baby clothes? And I was looking around on the internet and I saw that Walmart had some Winnie the Pooh theme and a few little Disney outfits. And I thought, oh, those are cute because they actually had colors on them. And so I went there to look at them. I did not purchase any, but they were all very cute. They had a Bambi one that was green. But I did purchase some slippers, so I did do that. They're afraid of colors because nobody wants to be gender specific. Well, I can't be gender specific, but I don't really care. They had a cute Bambi one. They had a really cute Winnie the Pooh one. They had a couple Winnie the Poohs. So yeah. All right, here we are into the beading. 21 minutes later into this whole endeavor. Oh. I don't know. At this point, are you guys here for the beading? I don't know. Everybody's like, we better check on Randy. Something may have happened. Everything's always happening. Another thing that's happening is that all of my fingers on this side of my hand are like numb for some reason. I don't know why. I'll get that checked out next time I go to the doctor. Did you get the Disney outfits? I didn't. I didn't get the Disney outfits. They were cute. I didn't know. So I didn't know what to get because they had some that were like the little zippy jammies, which were cute, and oh, that's the wind. And they're just like little zippy jammies, you know? And I was like, oh, that would be fine for little babies. But then they had some other little sets where they had like a top and some pants and like a onesie. It was like a 3-piece. And I was like, oh, these are really cute. And then I was like, I think these are for older babies because I don't think you want to be doing pants on a little baby, right? That seems, they made them really little, but I'm like, why would you want to do pants on a little baby? So I was like, I'm just going to wait. That's usually my response to pretty much everything. I'm just like, I'm going to wait because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here I have some, I dug this out of the drawer. I don't know if it's long enough. We're going to see. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Just get different sizes. I'm here for the beading and the tea. Okay, good. Okay, so for those of you who are new here or you don't know what's going on with this, these are leftover pieces that I saved from other knotting projects that we do. This is a 0.5 millimeter Ceylon. 0.5 millimeter, right? Ceylon. And I have put glue on the end to create needles. I have used Ultra Gel Control Loctite. And so these already have needles on the end that I have created. So we're ready to rock. And I only need one of these. We might make two, but I only need one. I never throw them away. I always reuse them because you don't need very much. And I feel like I always get scared when I'm making like a necklace or something. And I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I have enough. And I always go an extra little bit. So then we always have this left over. So before we get started, we need some bead ends here. Some nibs. Some nibs. I call them nibs. Do we have silver ones? I don't even know. I'm just using silver because that's what I have out here. Let me just look. This is my bright silver box, though. I don't see any. Might have to look in antique silver. Antique silver. There we go. I still haven't moved my desk over. Maybe this weekend. Maybe when Mom's here. She can help me move it over. Alright. So here's what we're looking for. These little nibs. Clamshells. Foldovers. Whatever you call them. I like the ones that have the hole in the bottom and then they close up like this. Not like this, but like this. I'm sending it now. Thank you, Dorothy. I'm here for the beading. Get all the different sizes. Ooh, I hope not carpal tunnel. I have this thing in my wrist. You can't really see it anymore. There's a scar here. I had a big cyst there at one point, and it wouldn't pop, and it got really big, so the military took it out. And they hit something in my hand, and they made the top of my hand numb. So this is always numb. But now, like, the tip of my finger, these two mostly are numb. Not this one. So I don't know what's going on with that. Some weirdness. Alright, so here we go with our nibs. So we're just going to put these on first. So I'm just going to tie a knot down here. I'm going to go around 1, go around 2, go around 3, boop. And we'll see if that's enough. So we put our nib on, we're going to put it on upside down so it covers up the knot. Like so. It reminds me of those maple tree things, those helicopters off the maple trees. And is the knot good enough to fit through there? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to grab up a little bit of glue. I loved gowns. All 5 of my babies wore those little gowns. Yeah, I like those little gowns. I've had friends who've had baby showers and stuff, and I always get them those little gowns because it makes sense if you're changing so many diapers. They ain't got no feet. And I did put some on my registry of those little gowns, so I'm hoping to get some of those because... Okay, we're going to trim really close to the knot because I just think that would be good, you know. And then we're going to close this up. We're just going to squish it with our fingers. And then we're going to come in with our plier, and we're just going to line everything up a little bit. Make sure it's good to go. And now we are ended. Ready to rock. Are you ready? Shop at the thrift store for the newborn clothes because they will grow out of them in just a couple of weeks. Pants on babies make a easy diaper change. Can you use wax thread? Yes, you can use wax thread. You're just going to want to make sure whatever thread you're using is going to fit through your beads, right? How did the mom visit go? I came on late. My mom is here. She's at the hotel. She'll probably come over when she gets woke up or whatever. I just said, come over anytime. Okay, we need a tweezer. I'm using the shovel. Okay, so first of all, for the first one, I'm going to put a knot right here next to this. It's just kind of for looksies. It's because when I get to the end, I'm going to have a knot there. So I want it to have a knot on each side. So I'm just going to pull this down, like that. So this is kind of not really, it's just for looksies. It's not really doing function. Now I got my knot. And now, oh, we should get a jump ring for this little guy. While we're here. Oh, now I switch boxes. I'm in the antique silver box, I guess. We're going to try a little tinky tot. I made a knotted necklace yesterday. Yeah! Smashing. A nerve in your elbow may be pinched. Have you considered setting up an educational fund for your baby as part of a gift registry? I have not. This is how I learned knotting from Randy. Yeah. This is how we do the knotting. Just remember not to freak out, okay? That's the #1 rule when doing the knotting. Remember not to panic. There's no need to panic. We got this. Alright, so I'm going to put this little tinker tot on my charm and then we're going to get rocking here. And this should not take long at all. I'll put this guy on there. I can't believe all this wind. It just sounds like my door is open or something. Crazy. Alright, so I'm going to put a couple beads on first and then I'm going to put my charm. So, here we go. First bead. We'll go with these coins. These coins are going to be this kind of the star of the show. I don't know that I am going to do a dusty sparkle every other one. I might do a little bit of a pattern here. But okay, so here's the move. If you don't know the move, this is the move. Okay, so you're going to take this, wrap it around. You're going to go through here with your tail. You're going to go through here 1. You're going to go through here 2. Now 2 should cover this hole. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. You got to make sure that when you put the next one on and you pull it tight, it's not going to go over the top of the knot. So you might have to go 3. Depends on your situation, how big your holes are. But I think 2 is going to cover this. So then you're going to take your tweezer, you go through this loop, and then you get a hold of the base cord. Okay, so here's the base cord. Now make sure wherever your tweezer is, that is where your knot's going to go. So if you want it to have more space, you can move it up like this, whatever. Oop. Okay, so now you want your loop to be on the tweezer. Hanging on the tweezer, not over here, on the tweezer. Then you're going to take the tail, you're going to pull it straight up towards the camera. That is important. And then you're going to take this out, and this is what you got. Okay, you got this loose little knot. Then we're going to push and pull this at the same time to bring the knot tight to the bead. Then we're going to push the bead a little bit into place to kind of lock it in. And there we go. That is the move. Now you don't want the bead to be so tight that it's really super, super ding-dong tight, because if you do that, it's going to get kinky. You know what I mean? You don't want that. You kind of got to give at least a little bit, like a 1/4 of a millimeter of space so that it can move around. We're going to add the next one. Babies actually need very little stuff. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're excited about baby stuff. I'm excited about it. So I'm going again, making sure my loop's over here on the tweezer. Oh, I messed it up. Remember not to panic. One, two, through the loop, onto the base cord. Make sure your bead is pushed down tight to the knot. Pull it straight up. Push and pull. Lock it into place. And there is bead number 2. You make knotting look easy and fun. That's because I like knotting. I think I'm going to do 3. And then I'm going to put these guys between the little dusters. Yeah? That could be fun. Let's try that. I will say one of the really cool things about knotting that I like a lot is that, for bracelets especially, is like, you can kind of use whatever beads. Like if you have bead soup and stuff, I mean, obviously we're going to make a pattern. You can do that, but you don't have to have a pattern bracelet. You could use all your check glass or your, you know, whatever bead soup you got going on. Sometimes you have like extra flowers and stuff left over. I don't know. And I just think it looks kind of cool. I like to make a lot of bracelets out of the dollar bead box. I do like that. That's fun. So now I'm going with the duster. This one has about the same size hole as the other, so it should fit in there, which it does, with the 2 on the knot. If it was bigger, then just go a 3rd time, right? Yay! At least there are disposable nappies now. I had to wash cloth nappies by hand. Oh. I was considering doing the cloth nappies just because of, you know, the environment. I don't always do another knot here, but I'm going to just so it's symmetrical. It's not really doing too much. Now, I am using that Tinky Tot, the 4, which is a Tinky Tot is a 4mm oval jump ring or smaller. So that is going to be helpful to me in keeping my little charm in place. See how he is? And even if he goes over these knots, he's not going to get in between these 2 beads. So I ain't worried about it. Kind of using it as a bail type situation. See? Yeah. But it still looks symmetrical because you still have your knots on there. Still looks cute. 2 through the loop, over the base cord. Make sure everything's pushed down. Pull it straight up. Push and pull. Lock it into place. Yuppers. That's what we're working with so far. I'm liking it. I have zip coffee. I did have a dryer either with my first baby, so I had them hanging to dry. Well, believe it was Eve got us a bottle sanitizer. And I think that does drying too, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it does. Because everybody was like, well, if you have a dishwasher, blah, 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 it's fine. But then we moved here, and the dishwasher here doesn't work. So, we're going to have to get like a baby bottle washer or whatever. Because we're going to get a new dishwasher, but I don't know if we're going to have it before the baby comes. Jeff said he's going to look at it tonight. We'll see what he comes up with. We'll see. I did work yesterday on the SKU list an awful lot. I got the bead drop ready. I think there's quite a few items. I also did a large restock. Well, it wasn't like super large or anything. But, so I got the restock ready as well. So that's good. I have a bunch of stuff I have to call Amber about. Do I want to sprinkle one of these in? Why not? Put it on your baby registry. The dishwasher. I did put a vacuum on my baby registry. It's like the robot, the little vacuum mop thing. I think that's fun. Jeff brought the baby bassinet over from the storage last night because we still have my storage. We got rid of Jeff's storage unit, which is basically like a bunch of stuff, right, from the Cambridge house. But I still have my storage unit. We lived in a bachelor flat with our baby. We were just drying nappies everywhere. Oh my goodness. You don't know. I'm excited. I'm debating. Do I want to do another? No, I don't think so. What time did the companion bundle drop? I'm a little confused. Is it supposed to drop today? It is today, right? They must have been a challenge. Jefferson is broke? No, the dishwasher is broke. The dishwasher is broke. It looks pretty, thank you. Yes, 2 p.m. Central Time. Today. People can pinch it together for a dishwasher. Well, so what's happening with let me just tell you, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. With the dishwasher. It's blinking. So it's what is it? What's the G one? GM or whatever brand. I thought it was a Samsung, but it's not. And then it has buttons on the outside, like on the top of the dishwasher, like not on the front panel. Not like when you would look at it, there'd be buttons, but like on this little tiny strip on the top, which I thought was weird. But whatever. It has all the buttons, and then there's like 3 buttons that are all blinking. And I don't know if it's like in safety mode or reset mode or what. So I went on YouTube and I was like, hey, what's going on with these blinking lights? And they were like, oh, so you just push 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like a code. And then it should come out of that and you should be able to use it. So I tried that. And it didn't work. So I thought, well, maybe I did it wrong. So I went to another video and I spent about an hour trying to push all these buttons in this specific order to get it to work. And it didn't. It wouldn't work. I don't know. So I flipped the main power to the kitchen and then turned that back on. And it still didn't do anything. So I don't know. So then I was like, so I told Jeff, I said, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. So then the people who lived here before, because remember they were advertising their newly remodeled kitchen. I was like, hey man, like, I'm not paying for a dishwasher that doesn't work. And they said, oh, we have a guy. And so anyway, they gave Jefferson the name of the guy and the phone number, the handyman, to come over and look at things. So Jeff said that he was going to maybe call that guy if he looks at it and can't figure it out. So we'll see if that guy can fix it. I guess he's the guy to have. And then if that don't work, then we got to put in a new one. Got to get a new one. So I don't know how long that's going to take, you know. Sometimes when you're working with Jefferson ham, things can take a long time. Okay, so basically, here's what we got going on so far. It looks like it went 1, 2, 3, sparkly ball, 1 sparkly ball. So I thought, well, I'll do this. 1, 2, 3 sparkly ball. Then I'll just do 3 sparklies. Just to kind of, you know, for funsies. So that's what I'm doing. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. But it is looking really cute. I do like these coins. And I do like how coins lay flat on the wrist. So like when you see the wrist, you know. Yeah. General Electric, GE. You have to reset the breaker. Yeah, I did that. It didn't do anything. Do you have a home warranty? Well, we had money taken off for the broken dishwasher from the people in the deal. So I don't think we can do that. But yeah, we're still just getting, you know how it is. Kind of got little kinks in the house that you're just finding out about. You know how that goes. Gotta go get ready for my live. Oh, is it almost time? Okay, good luck, Dorothy, on your live today. But yeah, so I'm thinking today, me and my mom are going to work on the living room, maybe. Getting the living room kind of put together a little bit more. I got all my boxes in there that got to be broke down, but I'm kind of limited, you know, because I can't really move anything and I can't lift anything. I'm not supposed to. And so I kind of, I'm doing my best. Doing my best. And then I feel bad because then Jeff gets home from work and I'm like, can you move this? Can you lift this? Can you take this downstairs? Can you take this to the garage? And he's probably just like, oh my God, woman, I want to just lay down. Okay, my little, see this here? I'm just going to give it a trim because it's just not being productive in any way. Yeah, so I don't know. That thing's going crazy. I don't know what it's doing. So hopefully we can get that figured out, but I don't know. And then the online baby shower is on the last day of January, which is like only a couple of weeks away, I think, or maybe a week. What day is it? It's the 15th, so it's like a couple weeks away. And my mom's here, and then my sisters are coming into town on Saturday, so we're going to talk about, like, I don't know if they're coming down for that, if they're going to, like, be here for that one too or not, or they're just going to come for the in-live the live in-person one in February. I'm not sure. But we're going to figure all that out. But they're going to help me send out invitations to the in-person one this weekend, so I'm excited. Good plan for keeping the beads away from baby. Be eating beads. Yeah, I think the plan is that I'm going to get a baby gate and put it at the top of the stairs. Kind of like how we used to have for the animals at the old house. We had those nice click-through gates where you can just open it. And baby, there's no need for baby to be down here eating beads right out of the gate. But when they do, well, I am going to bring them down here when I get my little playpen or whatever, my little pack and go or whatever it's called, pack and play. And then, but, yeah, we're going to have to figure that out as we go along. But, yeah, don't eat your beads. Don't lick your beads is going to have a whole new meaning pretty soon. All right, let's see where we're at here. I think we gotta go some more. We got 5. We go at least to 6. A couple more beads. The other fun thing about these is if you get, if you run out of string or if you get, you use up all your beads or whatever, you do your pattern however you want, whatever, you can always just add an extender to the end. That is also an option, which is why I like to use the nibs, because it makes it look like a nice clean ending. Look at, I messed up. Did you see me messing up? Just messed up. Nobody said anything. We're just going to call that a design choice. We're going to call that a thinking about baby's design choice. So that's what we're going to call that. We wouldn't have had enough room to do 3 sparkly balls anyways. Who's squeaking? Are down here, Winter? Winty Fresh. I'll call Winter Winty Fresh. I don't know if she likes it or not, but she answers to it. All right, let's see about that. Bum, bum, bum. Six. I'll take it. By the time we get all the ending and everything on there, we should be good to go. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to end with the nib on this side. So, like I said, see, we have this knot down here. Because you're going one direction, you have to have this knot. Which is why I put the knot over here, just to make it look symmetrical. I had an eye appointment yesterday. Oh, he was in trouble? You were in trouble for being gone. So now on this side, you got to put it on right side up first before you tie your knot. I always bend mine out a little bit, make them kind of flat. Just makes it easier to work with. Then you're just going to tie your knot like you normally would. 1. Oh. Hold on a second. I think we did 3 in this one, right? Just for good measure. 1, 2, 3. I think that's what we did. Go through the loop, to the base cord. It's kind of hard to see right now because it twisted up crazy. Okay, through the loop to the base cord. Make sure you're really close to, making sure you're really close to the nib. You're just going to pull it as you normally would, and then push and pull. Remember not to panic. Lock it into place. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of glue before we close it up. Good morning, Brandy. You will need to come up with a good... I'm late to the party. Good morning, Dominique. You're going to hit this with a little smidge of glue. Just a whisper, nothing crazy. Alright, snip that right close to it. I like to make sure I get a little bit of glue on the neck of the knot, so when you go to snip it, it don't fray out and be weird, because then sometimes if they fray out weird, it's hard to get inside this little clam shell. But if they're nice, then you can just really snip them off, that's good. So you're just going to close this up with your fingers, like so. And then you come in with your plier and just make sure everything's closed and lined up. Because you're going to put jump rings in there, so they got to match. Pretty good out of 10. Don't Hercules it, you'll break it. Okay. So here we are. And then we're just going to put on our findings. And I guess we're using antique silver, because that's what I got over here. So let's see what we got. Thought that was a swiveling one. It's not. I use that one. What is that? A little star? There's a little star in here. One random little star? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Hi, happy beaders. Hello, Betty. Gonna use a extender charm or extender chain. And what's this guy got on there? This is stainless steel. Stainless steel 6. So I'm going to use the stainless steel 6 to my advantage. It's already on there. Let's open them up. Yeah, I'm going to put this guy on this side. I generally try to put my charms, like my tails, on the charm side, because usually when you're going to put things on, then you have a little bit of extra hoopla on this side with gravity to get your clasp on. If it's on the other side, it kind of makes it the weight disbursement, then you're fighting your lobster claw. So I always just put it on this side. That's a personal preference. You do what you want. I'm going to use a Tinky Tot for this guy. Tinky Tot. Tinky Tot. Good morning, good morning. Oh, 2 minutes to spare. Oh, I should have got one out for my star. Dang it. I forgot. Put this guy. Little Tinky Tot. Although it's a Tinky Tot, he's a little fat Tinky Tot, so I ain't worried. And we got to put our star on. I don't know if a Tinky Tot's going to work on the star. I'll just use this little round one. I just didn't want to have to go get the other box for the other different sizes of ovals. because I'm lazy. I don't know if you know that. Put this little star on there. And this. Now, I do believe, if you're like, well, Randy, we don't have a star. Yes, you do. Yes, you do have a star. Remember on those magnetic clasps, they had a moon and a star on each side. This one just happened to be in my stash, but if you need a star, there's one over there. I love how it's turning out. Thank you. So, now on the smallest setting, oh, I would say that's the smallest setting, we have, oh, I could go up one. Well, I could go up one. 7. I would say 7, because this is, I got another one I could go up one more. 7 1/4 right there. To the largest of, I mean, probably at 9, I don't know. 8 3/4. So that should give us plenty of room to move around. So let's see. How she looks. Yeah, it depends on which way you want to wear your charm. I have a little tiny wrist, so see now, if I was going to make this for myself, I would not leave all this extra hoopla. I would just put a jump ring and call it a day. Because that, but there you be. Sometimes also, if I make it like, say if I had went a little further with my beading, but I knew I wanted this to be a bigger size, I might not leave the whole chain. Oh, let's see if I can get out of here. I might not leave the whole chain on here. I might cut it in half and just put the star at the end, right? So you don't have so much extra hanging on the bottom, because you don't have to keep that whole chain if you don't want to. It's up to you. But yeah. And there we go. So, I think it turned out smashing. Cute little coins. And we got coins left. We probably could utilize this to make a whole nother bracelet, which we have a string, so we could do that. We'd have to space it with these dusters. But yeah. I really like this bracelet. I might do a necklace like this. It would be a good idea to do a necklace like this, Betty, because these coins really do lay flat. If you were to do a necklace, I think there was only 8 inches of coins originally that came in the box. So you might have to space more, or if you had other coins to add, I don't know, maybe if you ordered some more, that would be really cute, actually. I think it's cute idea. Yeah, so I like it. I think it turned out really good. So this is our last bracelet in the quote-unquote Project 1 bracelet doings. We have done a multi-strand bracelet, strung multi-strand bracelet. We have done, yesterday we did a wire wrapped bracelet, and now we have this one, the knotted bracelet. So we're all braceleted out. But I do have to say, of all 3 of the bracelets that we made, this one is my favorite to make, but that's because I really like knotting. Another reason that I really like knotting is, in my personal opinion, knotting is really cost effective. If you look at the findings that you're using, you're usually going to be using the nibs instead of horseshoes and crimps and crimp tubes. So you're already like getting rid of some of the findings that you have to pay for. The string we sell these. We don't have any. I'm going to have to get some from Jeff. I don't think we have any Ceylon on our site right now, but I don't know. This is probably like the first roll of Ceylon I ever owned, and I still have half of it left. And they're what, $5 or $5.99 or something? It's $5 and some change. So I mean, it's really cost effective versus wire or like the craft wire or the beading wire. And in my personal opinion, I mean, it's a strong cording because this is a triple ply twisted cording. So it's strong, and when you knot it, it becomes even more strong because it just gives it more structure. But it also, even though it's strong, it's really flexible. Like, it's nice to wear. Like, these are really like super flexy, which I like. So that's just my personal opinion. I think that knotting is fun and cost effective. That's the moral of my story. Yeah, and it does lay flat. So these beads that came in this box were a really good option for that. Now we have, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Gotta jump off here. I just want to show you what we have left from the box. And things we'll be working on next week. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to these. These are just beads that I put together that I think look nice together. See, there's your star. If you wanted to use it to make some kind of necklace. So we're going to make some kind of necklace out of this guy, and then some kind of necklace out of this guy. I do have my quote-unquote polar bears over here. These go with the earrings. So we got 2 necklace projects and then some earrings. We'll probably be able to do all the earrings in one project, in one video. I do really like these. I did see that some people made, I think Dorothy had made some like this, and I think some other people had too. They used different beads, but they were still really cute. So I'm going to make those. So that's what we have left for our box. All in all, I think we're doing pretty good. So we'll work on those. We'll work on these. This is probably 1, 2, 3, 4 days maybe, depending on how that turns out. 3, 4 days of projects for next week. But yeah, so today is Friday. I will not be on. I'm not on the weekend, if you don't know. I will be back Monday. We're going to do a bead drop on Monday. I'm super excited. I did send an email about, it's called Threaded Connection. It's supposed to be for like Valentine's Day. So we're prepping for Valentine's Day. The main focal bead is Morganite. So I'm super excited about it. I do have quite a few items for it. And I'm excited. So that's going to be Monday. That'll be my first bead drop in the new house of the new year. Because I'm just getting my crap together. It is the 16th of the year. Do you make your own chain? Lengthy chain. I love the way that it's flat. Thank you. Yeah, we do. I do have to get some more. Somebody had asked about tweezers. We do have tweezers on the website right now. We have shovels, which is the one I used, which is this one. This is like a little multi-tool. So it's got the tweezer on one side and the shovel on the other. If you do get this one, you just bend this little shovel up just a smidge. You can bend it. You're not going to break it. You can just bend it up a smidge so it's easier to scoop. When it comes flat, which is not always the best situation. So just give it a little bend. And then we have the regular tweezers. We have a black tweezer and we have a silver tweezer like this. And they are diamond tips. So they have diamond tip on the end and they're very, very, very small and fine. So it kind of depends on what you want to do with that. So we do have some of those on the website, but yes, people were asking about tools and I have to restock with Amber. I'm probably gonna have to call her this weekend and get our order in from the bead store. Thank you for the beading and the coffee. You are welcome. Yeah, and I'm going to be hanging out with my mom, so I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm sure we'll do something. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on Monday. Who knows what could happen by Monday? Jeepers. I just feel like it's been one thing after another. Oh, but hopefully not. Hopefully it'll just be chill. All right, you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.